Sometimes I'm convinced Marvel's main goal is just to confuse us.
But don't worry, I have a chart for you.
Marvel just dropped a brand new show called Eyes of Wakanda, and it basically just runs through the history of the war dogs and getting artifacts and whatnot. And I was honestly really confused at first, but... So in the first episode, we're introduced to Noni and the Lion. The Lion is an old war dog who went rogue, stole a bunch of Wakandan artifacts, and Noni was sent to retrieve. Noni was a Dora Milaje expellee, so she wasn't trained by him, so she had the edge. And that's pretty much the first episode. She defeats him, goes back. Second episode, when we follow through the Trojan War with Memron, who basically just worked in Troy, not in Troy, well, I guess in Troy, yeah, during the Trojan War to get another artifact. He ends up killing Achilles, his best friend, goes back, we find out Noni is the director, end of episode, right? Third episode, we have Basha, who is on a mission to China to receive an artifact. Instead of just receiving the artifact, he received the entire dragon statue that the artifact was in, and that's what they prayed to. So Iron Fist, aka Durrani, who actually took Basha in when she found him stranded in the snow, and they kind of became lovers, followed him there. So actually, I think she stored away in the back of his thingy, and basically took the artifact back, but gave them the vibranium, took the dragon back, dipped out, all is well. First and final episode, we follow Prince Tafari and Kuda. Kuda's like an elder war dog, and Prince Tafari just wants to be a war dog. He wants to submit his name in history. They go to get the same axe that Killmonger retrieved in the beginning of Black Panther. And once they receive it, they come back, and they are interrupted by a future Black Panther. She explains she's from the future, and that she tracked it back all down to this axe, and that they will not be attacked, or they will survive the attack because of this axe, because of what Killmonger does, because he opens and enlightens the true king's eyes to the open world, aka what happened in Black Panther, right? This happened in 1896. It's said to be the Black Panther that came from the future. It's said to be from 500 years in the future. They return the axe, all is well. What does this mean? I drew up a chart. These three events right here, because this is the third episode.
Future Travis here to interject real quick. The third episode is set in the 15th century.
This is 1896. This is the first episode, and the second one. Everything here is fine. Everything in the show, I feel like is canon, is canon to the MCU. But right around here, she travels back in time and explains it to them, branching that timeline to this new one. Now, logistically, you would think that this show wouldn't mess with time travel. However, we were told in Endgame that when you go back in time and travel the future, your current present becomes your past. So I think it's safe to say this has been rewritten, and this is our sacred timeline where we get Killmonger and leads into Black Panther. Really, this show just was a prelude to Black Panther, and honestly just showed the true power and might of Wakandan technology throughout the years. Indulgent rating, 7.5 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. That animation was peak. And I'm actually gonna have a full review later. And this was just my initial thoughts. But if you like the content, make sure you like and follow for more.